weeks ago I did the movie tag, and if you haven't seen that one, I'll leave the link in the description below. And so this week I thought that I would try doing the music tag instead. I'm definitely more a sort of music person than movie person, so I feel like I'll be able to answer more of these questions, because some of the movie ones I didn't always have answers for, because to be honest I don't actually watch that many movies, but I do listen to music all the time, so I feel like these ones will be a lot more relevant. Again, I've only had a quick look through the questions, so it's going to be spontaneously answered again, and I hope you enjoy it, and please let me know what some of your answers to these questions are too, because I'd be interested to know. Okay, so the first question is, which bands or artists do you listen to That's not the question. Which bands or artists do you own the most albums by? This is an easy question for me. It's obviously Justin Bieber. Yes, I am a believer. I do have all his albums, and I feel like I have more of his albums than any other artists, because I've got all of them, whereas with other artists I just generally choose an album when I'm liking their music at that time, and I'll think, oh, I like that song, I'll download the rest of their album. But with his, I've definitely got all his albums, so easy question to answer. What was the last song you listened to? Well, for me this is actually really easy, because I was just playing music before I started this video, and that was Bad Decisions by Ariana Grande. I don't know if I say her name correctly, it might just be the way, I feel like in America you say more Ariana. I don't know. Let me know if I'm saying it right or not. But it could just be my accent, so I'm just going to put it down on that. But yes, so I was listening to that, and can we just take a moment to say that her new album, Dangerous Woman, slays. I love like every single song on that. There's only one or two which I would skip over, but pretty much the whole album I would listen to over and over again. I love pretty much every song on it, to be honest. I just said that, now I'm saying it again, just in case you didn't hear me the first time. The third question is, what's in your CD player right now? Well, I feel like this is a bit dated, because you don't really use CD players anymore. I mean, I still have one in my room, but I don't even know when I last used it, so there's probably nothing in it. But I'm gonna just click play and shuffle on my phone and see what comes on, and I will answer it like that instead. Fancy by Iggy Azalea, there we go. That's what's in my CD player right now. What was the last show you attended? I finally got to go to the Capital FM Summertime Ball in London at the Wembley Stadium this year, and it was amazing. I've been wanting to go there for about the last 3 years or so, but it's always fell on a date when either I was still busy with school, or I think last year I'd already booked tickets to London to go see 5SOS, and I got my flight sorted and everything, and then the Summertime Ball was the week after, and I was already returning before that point, so that was really annoying. But I finally got to go this year, and I can say it's amazing. If you get the chance to go, do, because there's like over 20 acts. It's an all-day event, and the amount of music talent you get to see is just insane, and the number of people you see live, as well as the whole atmosphere. There's like 80,000 people in the stadium or something. It's just crazy. It was amazing. What was the greatest show you've ever been to? Well, I think from how I answered the last question, you can say that the Summertime Ball was pretty insane. Although I also got to go to the Jingle Bell Ball for the first time this year, well, not this year, last year now, in December 2015. And I can say that that one was amazing too. That was in the O2, and it was sort of a slightly smaller scale show, as it was split over 2 days as well instead of one. But I did get to see Justin perform there live for the first time, so that was amazing, and I can't wait to see him again in October in London on his Purpose tour. That's just gonna be amazing. What's the worst show you've ever been to? I mean, I love all music events and all music concerts and everything like that, so I can't say that there's a worst one that I've been to. I've enjoyed them all in different ways. Some of them bigger than others, some of them acts that I'm more interested in than others. But they've all had some sort of great element and great memories, and I don't think I could put down one as the worst, because I just love music concerts in general. What's the most musically involved you have ever been? Musically involved in terms of what exactly? What, making music? I've never made music. I definitely can't sing. I used to play the piano, gave that up when I was about 10. I started it when I was about 7 maybe, gave it up when I was about 10, didn't last very long. More recently I played the guitar, though I haven't played that for a long time. I sort of just taught myself because I got bored a couple of summers ago and I just felt like learning to do something. So I learned the guitar, as you do. I haven't played it for a little while, but I do know most of the chords now, so that's good, except for the ones using 4 fingers. They're pretty hard because my little finger is quite diddy, as you can see, and it literally has no strength when trying to press down on the guitar strings. What show are you looking forward to? I think I just kind of previously answered this one by saying Justin's show at the O2 Arena in London in October is going to be amazing. I can already feel it. I've seen so many videos and photos from the tour that's already underway, and it's just made me even more excited, and I can't wait. It's just going to be an amazing day. Enough said, I think, for that one. What musician would you like to hang out with for a day? Again, I think you guys have already sort of guessed probably by now who I'm going to say, but definitely Justin. And not so much just because he's Justin, but I think that whenever people meet him, they say that he's a genuinely good person, full of positive energy, and where he is now, I think, is probably in an amazing place, and I think that he'd actually just genuinely be a great person to hang out with and have a day with. Probably do something crazy and active, because I know he loves doing so many different things like water sports and just generally sports, and I think that that would just be an amazing day, to be honest. One musician or group you wish would make a comeback? To be honest, I would have said Busted for this, but then they've sort of had their comeback in a way with the whole Muck Busted thing going on, and then now I think they might have even, did they solo out again as a trio again? I'm not really sure, I need to check on that, because when I was younger, this was like when they were first around in like 2002, 2003 kind of time, I used to be obsessed with them. I'd say that's definitely one of my first band clubs that I ever had, and when they broke up, I was truly devastated. And then they reformed with Muck Busted, but there was only 2 of the original members, and it just didn't feel right that McFly and Busted had combined, and I'd love to just be able to see Busted perform by themselves again, or create new music and release new songs, because their songs, I feel like 5SOS, when I first heard them, I was like, they are the new Busted. They like have the same sort of style of music in terms that they are the band, they create their music, they play it live for you. They're not just singing, if you know what I mean, not just a band who sings, they actually play all the instruments. And to me, when I first heard them, I was like, this is the new Busted. This reminds me so much of my childhood and Busted. But I'd love to just see Busted perform again. Again, I've never seen them, but I'd love to see them out there again performing. One band or artist you've never seen live but always wanted to? It's kind of hard now, because up till this point I would have either said Justin, of course, but I actually managed to see him live at the Jingle Bell Ball, or Ariana, because I feel like her voice would just sound amazing live. But then I got to see it at the Summertime Ball a couple of weeks ago, and let's be honest, it was amazing live. Like, it's so crazy how so many artists there sounded exactly like their records, and I hate it when you see someone live and you have high expectations, then you realise they sound nothing like they do recorded, so it kind of makes you question what's been done to their recording to make it sound so different. But I would have said Ariana. I've just seen her live, so I don't know who else I'd say. Oh, Beyonce, of course, is one you kind of have to see, isn't it? She's just, let's face it, amazing live. Not that I've seen her, but from what I've seen of videos, I think that'd be amazing. So, if I ever do, or Adele, I think her voice would sound insane live. I feel like she's just one of those people who will sound exactly as it does when she's recorded it. So actually, yeah, I'd say Adele or Beyonce, either of those two. Name 4 or more flawless albums. So, for me, I've kind of already got this. You've got Purpose by Justin, definitely. Ariana, Dangerous Woman, as I mentioned before. Then another 2, I would have to say, I'm just going to put this out here again, the Believe acoustic album by Justin. His voice, keep going on about people's voices, they're singers, they've got to have a good voice to make it as a singer, but honestly, his voice on that album is insane. And another one, I'm going to try and go for a different artist. It's not just all by the same sort of artist. Well, Ariana's different to Justin, but another one who's like another go-to album I have at the moment. I would have to say I quite like Rihanna's new album actually as well. I only actually downloaded this a couple of days ago, but from what I've heard of it so far, there's some real good songs on there, so I'm going to put that one out there as well at the moment. So Anti by Rihanna. How many music related videos or DVDs do you own? Well, I was actually saying this to like my friend the other day. I still have the like Spice Girls movie and it's on video form. Like that's how old it is. I used to be obsessed with the Spice Girls as well when I was younger, like particularly Baby Spice or Emma Bunton. She was definitely my fave. Let me know who your fave Spice Girl was out of the 5. I'd like to know that. But yeah, so I've got that one, and then I've definitely got a couple of Justin movies, Never Say Never, Believe movie, and then a couple of other ones like the unofficial movies. And then who other music related? Probably have 1 or 2 others. So I'd say about 5 or 6. Oh yeah, I've got the Busted DVD with some of their like music videos on it. Came with their albums once, with one of their albums. So I'd say about 5 or 6 probably, from what I can think of right now. How many concerts or shows have you been to in total? I hadn't, to be honest, until 2014 I hadn't really been to a proper concert or festival or anything like that. I'd previously been to the X Factor tour in 2010, so I guess you could kind of count that as a concert. Then I went to the Gibraltar Music Festival in 2014, which was like my first sort of major one with like massive stars who people know all over the world kind of thing. Then after that, in 2015, I had the 5SOS concert in London. That was amazing. Then there was also the Gibraltar Festival again in 2015, and then the Jingle Bell Ball that year. Then also I had the Summertime Ball this year. And then I've got 2 more coming up this year with the Gibraltar Festival and Justin's concert. So I haven't been to those ones yet. By the end of this year I will have been to 8. But for the moment I've been to 6 in total. And as soon as I started going to music concerts and festivals and things like that, I've just sort of become obsessed with them. And from then on I've been to at least 1 every kind of year. So yeah. So I think next year there'll definitely be another few that I'll end up going to. Who have you seen the most live? I've actually seen, I think it's got to be Little Mix the most live. They just happen to be at sort of all the festivals or like big multiple artist events that I've been to kind of thing. Because I first saw them live last year at the Gibraltar Festival, then they were at the Jingle Bell Ball when I went, and then they were at the Summertime Ball. And I cannot say that I get bored of seeing them, to be honest. They've all got amazing voices live. I feel like some of the X Factor contestants, when you see them live, they're actually some of the best voices, and you can see why they win the competition, because some of their voices are just insane. Like I saw Louisa Johnson at the Summertime Ball. Her voice is crazy insane, and she's only 18. I find that so hard to believe. If by this time next year I could be singing like that and performing to a crowd of 80,000 people, that would just be insane. But I know that's never gonna happen, because let's just say my singing voice isn't exactly up to the X Factor standard, I don't think. What is your favourite movie soundtrack? This kind of ties in with my the movie tag that I did a couple of weeks ago. I'm just gonna say High School Musical all the way. Massive fan of it when I was younger, and whenever I hear songs now I'm like, oh yeah, that song, I remember that one, and I just remember the scene from the movie, and just so many memories come back, and they all have feel good sort of feelings about them, I guess you could say, and they always just put me in a good mood. So I'm definitely going to go with the High School Musical soundtrack. What was your last musical phase before you wisened up? Well, I'd say Justin's still the phase that I'm going through. People call it a phase all the time, and I'm like, there's a difference. I can understand being obsessed, maybe obsessing over an artist or a band, and sort of growing out from that, but when you actually enjoy someone's music, it's more to it than just buying the merchandise and having loads of posters and sort of just knowing everything about them, to actually appreciating their music. So maybe I will probably go out of having to buy every single piece of merchandise or buy all these posters or everything like that, but I don't think I'll ever sort of grow out of enjoying his music, because I can honestly say that it's just getting better and better. And I think even though he's seen as this like teen artist kind of thing. I think that when you just enjoy someone's music, you can still carry on enjoying their music without overdoing it. So I guess you could say that is a phase, but I wouldn't call it a phase. Okay, so that's all the questions answered from the music tag. I will leave them all in the description below so that you can have a go at answering some of them in the comments, or if you make videos, in your own video as well. I enjoy doing these. I like answering these music kind of questions. I'm really into music and artists and all that type of thing, so I love doing these kind of tags related to music, and I will have another video up for you next week, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, so I know you liked it, and subscribe. Comment below what other types of videos you would like to see, more like this, more tags related to music, movies, that type of thing, and I will see you very soon.